about the position of the cruise has changed. The second one is about the decorations. The decorations are being mounted on these cruise, further showcasing that the preparation of this test is ongoing. For better introduction of this test, today we are going to have a hosing test of the Sideport. We have invited Mr. Xuan. Hello everyone. Good afternoon everyone. Today we are going to have a hosing test, but there is one problem. When the cruise is coming close, I can see some devices. It's yellow in color on one side. It's a round-shaped device over there. What is that about? We will add such a device at the end of the rope. Maybe we will keep that secret until the end. Let's think about that question. So this device is tied to the rope. What's the functionality of that device? We will review the answers at the end of this live show. If you do know the answer, please leave your comment on the screen and tell us what is the functionality of that device in the big cruises. Almost all the ships will have such a board. If we look rightward, now we are seeing the right side port of this cruise. Yesterday we were standing over there. And today we will lean more towards the left side. We will have a lifeboat cruising test on the right side and another hosing test on the left. So those two tests will go on simultaneously, yes. So first of all, we will have such a hosing test on the left side port. I know, speaking of the side port, it's a little bit different when it comes to the cruise. The biggest difference is about the number. For the big cruises, they usually have 42 side ports. You're both basically at the height of the dock. There will be such observation ports for observation. Can we see the side ports within our sight? Right in front of us, you can see the red paint, and over there, next to the red paint, that's just one port. They're in the middle of the two ropes. What's the functionality of the ports? When the cruise is anchoring at the dock, this port is used for observation when opened. I can also see a square-shaped and a rectangle-shaped ports. Are those the side ports as well? They're also for observation. When they're open, the observers inside will observe the situation in the port, and they can communicate through the ports. Are the hosing tests already finished for these ports? Yes, they are. I also see the beautiful coating on the cruise. The colors and the streamlining are just beautiful. If you stay tuned with us in the previous days, you would learn that this pattern was inspired by the Mogao Grotto. A lot of Chinese culture will be carried through the cruises to the world. That is the essence about the independently manufactured cruises. I know you stay in this project for 3 years. In these days, I know you have been busy preparing for undocking. You must have a mixed feelings right now. I'm very thrilled lately. We have made so many efforts to prepare for the undocking of this cruise. We are pretty satisfied with the situation right now. And we are coming close to the delivery time, so we are very excited, looking forward to that date. I can totally agree. We have this live show lately in the port, in the dock, and a lot of workers are lining to take photos with this big cruise. They are very happy in the photos. Their happiness cannot be concealed. It's easy to tell how they feel. For the shipbuilders, in the shipbuilding industry, there are 3 big stars. This one is the biggest and most difficult one. With the efforts made, we could build this cruise to look like this today. We are very proud. Through undocking this giant cruise with beautiful decorations on top, we are more than happy. So our workers take photos with this big cruise, telling all the family members and everyone else about their pride. As we can see in the camera, that is the hosing test of one port. Could you please introduce more about this test? What are the requirements and objectives of this test? Hosing test is designed with fire extinguishing water to test the containment of this Sideport. When the cruise is floating, we usually use 2 kilograms of water and stand in front of the port with a distance of 1.5 meters, and then we switch on the pipeline to check if the port is contained well. You mentioned that there are about 42 side ports in one cruise. Are those ports exactly the same, and what's the difference of the test to different ports? The ports stand in different sizes. Some are single open, some have 2 doors to open. What about this one? For observation just then we saw. That's the flip door. After the door is flipped, it can be a platform for walking on. As to this port, it's also a flipped door. After being flipped, there will be one step leading downward at some piers. If the pier height is lower than that port, then the port will be lowered down for the staff members to walk down. What about this door? During the hosing test right now, that port has a single door. It's the entrance and exit for the staff of the cruise. And what's the priority of the hosing test for that single door port? There will be stress coming from the hosing test. Especially, the stress will concentrate on the corners. So we will try to test if there will be leaking at the corners of the port. How long is the duration of the hosing test? And what about the intensity of the hosing test? We have a water pressure of 2 kilograms. To check the containment of the port, we will try to flush over all of the corners of the side ports, and the water beam will not move very quickly. As you can see, We are going around this port, and later on this door will be opened for more thorough examination. So by that you mean we have staff members staying indoors for observation right now during the test? That's right. Our operators will check the operation of the door. Before the hosing test begins, the door must be closed completely, and they must check indoors to see if there is leaking while the hosing test is ongoing. If there is a leaking, then we will open the door for further examination. What is the function of this door in the future? Is this the entrance and exit for goods or personnel?
游人零甲板位置，这一层甲板呢，主要是工作人员，这个位置主要是工作人员的居住区。
Since this zone is the dormitory of the staff member, so this door is mainly for entrance and exit of the crew members. What about the one next to it? It's a very small port. That port is used for the freshwater supplies. When the door is open, there will be an interface with the replenishment hose, and all of those freshwater replenishments will be transferred indoors through this port. We have completed the hosing test of that port. What about the next step? The speakers are ready after hosing. Those staff members staying indoors will open this port. As you can see, this port is slowly opened. Crew members indoors will have another round of examination. Many people are holding flashlights indoors. I saw that there was a hydraulic device. Now the examination starts. What are they observing and examining right now? They will examine for example, the seal ring, to see if the seal ring is distorted or if there is any leak of water. We can interview those crew members. Do we have a result yet? What's the result? They say that this port is up to the standards. They didn't find any leaking point, and I see the thumbs up. I know that many other tests are going on for this cruise. What about the other tests? Since June the 1st, we mainly undergo 3 tests. The first one is about the tilting test, hosing test. The tilting test has been completed for the cruise, and all the indicators are up to the standards. And the second round of test is about the lifeboat test. And lifeboat test and hosing test have basically been halfway towards the end. And we forecast that all the tests will be completed today. For those viewers paying attention to us since the 1st of June, we are all concerned about the results of the 2 rounds of test. Do we have the results right now? I can safely say that all the tests are successful, and we completed the test ahead of schedule. After the hosing test today and the lifeboat test on the other end, we still have 1 day left before the scheduled deadline. So what else preparation will be done in the last day? In the last day, we will prepare systemically for the final undocking. As you could see, the construction has been resumed. Some of our crew members are already preparing for the last stage. Could you give us a preview about the last stage preparation? For example, systemic commissioning, and some other equipment testing, the alarm clock.
在那里要再做一下调试和确认。明白。其实出务仪式当中，除了说我们会有一些
In addition to some regular
推杆啊，还有一些
movements
的这个环节之外，
or
其
ceremonies,
实首艘国产大型邮轮来说，它本身
just like pushing the rod, such a big cruise will have to complete certain maneuvers, and you did commissioning before it happens, right? That's true. In the undocking process, there will be some systems to be applied, and in these 2 days, we have to confirm the systems are working well. On the day of undocking, the first domestically made cruise will honk the horn, and the system needs to be commissioned. And we really look forward to the first sound of whistling from this cruise. We're looking forward to this day. And I see 2 ladders stationed. The staff members are walking on the bridges, on the ladders. They are now getting down from the number 1 deck. Will the passengers in the future get on board through the 2 ports? Part of the passengers will enter and exit through those 2 ports, and the other passengers may have to have some docking facilities from the piers over there, over number 3rd deck. The number 3 deck is much bigger than this exit in the first floor. There may be a number of 5,000 passengers to get on board this cruise. That's why it takes some time for in and out. That's why they need a bigger place for entrance. As has been mentioned, there are a lot of commissioning of systems going on right now, and we are very curious. What about the entrance and exit of the materials?
我们现在这个阶段，我们船舶这个游轮尾部会有几个类似
At the tail of this cruise, there are several yellow-colored places. Those are the ports for the commodities entrance and exit.
内部去进行安装。
好的。And also, there will be the need of cranes to hoist the commodities upward. I know a lot of people are paying attention to the operation of this cruise, but before the cruise is put into operation, there will be a round of commissioning and preparation. I have to say firmly that only when you stand in front of this big cruise can you feel how big is it, standing so close to it, I dare to say. The first domestically made super large cruise in China is super big. That's the first feeling you have when you are standing close to it. For us, part of the construction, I'm very proud. Looking back from the first day when we started the construction to the completion of this entire cruise, and now we are very looking forward to the first test sail and undocking. We hope that in the future we can get on board this domestically made cruise for traveling. Yes, to sit in the cruise that you built and then travel on it around the world, that's really an exciting experience. It's a very special experience as well. In addition to the testing, on June the 6th, there will be an undocking ceremony. After that ceremony, where will this cruise go, and what else tasks will this cruise be responsible for? On June the 6th, this cruise will move to number 4 pier, and then there will be more assembly, especially internal commissioning, so that the cruise will be ready for the trial sailing, and we will also send this cruise for more trial sailing to test the safety and reliability of the systems inside. How long will it last? We will start the first sail in July. By the end of this year, we will deliver this cruise. That's our plan right now. Noted. For such a cruise, there will be a long time of preparation, and you must be very excited for selling the tickets of the cruise. So we are very concerned about, one, can we buy the tickets for this big cruise? That's really the critical concern even to me. I'm looking forward to buying the first ticket of this cruise. Okay, we are all paying close attention to the final operation of this domestically made cruise. We can't wait to buy the tickets and ride on it to our destinations. I have no idea about where it would lead to. Once the answers are reviewed, we will try to share the news with our viewers. Later on, we will try to review the answer to the question we posed in the beginning of this show. Let's look leftward. Right in front of us, we can see the plate. The plate is stationed on the rope, and I can see similar devices on the other boats. Let's walk closer. It's like a round plate almost. For all the ships, including cruises, we can see such a round plate on the ropes. Allow me to review the answer. When the big cruises are anchoring, we put this plate on the ropes just in case of the mouses climbing on board. Okay, I see. So this plate is to prevent the mouse from walking onto the cruise. Whether it's a passenger cruise or a commodity cruise, mouses are commonplace for the ships, and mouses will be a safety threat. And food supplies on the cruises. You make the point. Mouses are a huge threat to the ships. And we draw from the public wisdom to put such a very small and easy device on the ropes to prevent the mouses from walking onto the ships. So now you know the answer, and we have seen the hosing test already. Actually, all preparation work and testing are coming to the last stage. Many crew members are feeling more relaxed today on the site. They are finally free from the anxiety. We are coming close to the first horn from this big cruise, and that's the end of today's live show. In the next few days, we'll continue to bring you the undocking of this first domestically made cruise.